Well, I've been afraid of Nope. All right, we're just gonna skip that. No theme today. It was bad.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
we're live, Brooklyn.
I know. It's only better if we do it that way.
Thank God there's probably no one viewing us except for myself right now. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to Like 500 Jones, the Stones. The first... No, this is actually the second draft.
The second draft. I think, well, the first video we did on the Like 500 Takes channel, I believe, was the holiday draft.
Yes, absolutely. So we saw Barstool did one of these. We all looked at the results. We all went, what the fuck? So we thought we could do better. So we're going to do our own songs from the Women of Country Music draft in this new show, one off maybe, draft one out. Let's bring in our guests, Scott Harvey and Cody Newberry. Gentlemen, thank you for coming.
This will not be a one-off. We need to make this bitch happen. Like, let's keep rolling. I listened to, over the last year, I've listened to the entire Taylor Swift discography. So I need to draft. I need to draft that.
Where's your ranking? Yeah.
It's in the work.
Let the record reflect. I did not bring this up. Cody brought it up, and so now it has to.
I'm married to my wife for over 10 plus years. I made a bet. I lost.
Bring her on the draft
do. But let me tell you, I was a hater. I'm a Swiftie. So that's all I'm going to say. Great
live.
Great
this is recorded.
Great artist. Fantastic. I'm a Taylor Swift defender.
The internet.
Scott having a roller coaster of a week, given all the Cleveland situation, and now he finds out Cody's a Swiftie.
Hey,
yeah,
Dylan. You're another Canadian. Hey, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You
I
see the
know.
rear
I
view?
know. You guys are catching up. We decided to not be able to hit, and our relief pitching taking a big steaming pile of dog shit right now.
Guys, we lost 2 of 3 games to the White Sox, so I don't want to hear anything about baseball right now.
At least neither of our teams got swept by the Marlins. Everything's great for.
This is very fair. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be picking 6 songs each. We are going to be doing a snake-style draft. And here are some of the rules that we laid out. If it is a band that has some male members, they're eligible, but the female has to have the predominant vocals. So no Need You Now by Lady A, no Pontoon by Little Big Town, stuff like that.
No pontoon.
Yeah.
I know
Right
everyone
on
had
my list.
I know everyone had 7 Little Big Town songs on their draft board. Not happening.
Boondocks is a good song. Anyway.
So what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel of names, and whoever it lands on will get to pick where in the order they want to draft. So here we go. First spin. First person to pick where they are.
Yes.
All right, it's myself. I'm going to go. God, I actually wanted to pick later. I'm going to go.
Then pick later.
I'm going to go third in this draft.
Okay.
Next person. Gonna be Scott.
I'm going last. I want fourth.
So
Okay.
Still 50-50.
So let me get rid of myself and Scott on this wheel because I forgot to do the thing where you eliminate someone afterwards. All right. Gonna prep that.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Are you sure it doesn't matter, Cody?
Sure. Yeah, no, man, I don't care.
Brooklyn, where do you want to draft? First or second?
Oh, that wasn't a prep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go first because I don't want to go second.
Okay. So Cody's very happy with
Everybody's
where
happy, yeah.
It's where I wanted. I wanted second.
I wanted either first or fourth.
I wanted Far Away from fucking Scott, and I wanted the two jabronis I'm in between. So let's go. We'll go with rhythmic slays and keys and blah blah stuff that doesn't matter. Like Scott's the one I'm scared of.
All right,
You
well,
hear
with
that
that,
banjo on the third verse? Whoa, that's your ass.
with that, Brooklyn, you do get the first overall pick. Where are you going with this?
Guys, we've spent an entire series leading up to this song. There is a clear 1-1 here. It's Jolene by Dolly Parton.
By the way, not drafted in the Barstool draft.
which is crazy. Absolutely, yeah. Of all the songs to forget. If you want to hear my thoughts, go to that series. We've talked about it kind of in multitude. The reason why I like it so much, Cody's gonna hate me. The rhythm of the guitar is incredible. It's a great story. Her voice in it and whatnot. It's iconic. Yeah.
Okay, so just getting this ticker set up. All right. So we have Jolene by Dolly Parton off the board. Any thoughts before we move on to the second pick? I think you're right. I think this is the clear 1-1. Personally, the fact that that other one didn't have this at all is just absolutely bananas to me. It stood the test of time for a reason. Everyone wants to cover it for a reason.
It's not like my absolute favorite number one female country song, but like I can't argue with it being 1-1. It's arguably like the most iconic song in the genre. So yeah, a chalk pick, but like I think you'll have everyone on your side with it.
And here's the thing. I don't know if that's me or somebody else. I'm just having a buzz. Anyways, Jolene is a really good song. I don't care for popular vote. I could give a shit what the rest of this community thinks because if their letterboxes are trash too. So I want to do something I'm going to sing to. I don't sing to Jolene. I respect Jolene. I don't blare Jolene. It's been played my entire life. I think it's a really good song. I think Dolly deserves to have representation, but I went with a different direction. So I'm so happy you took Jolene the first round because I was not taking it at all.
All right, well, Cody, you are next. So what are you taking?
Again, I am going on vibes. Vibes only. What I want to listen to, what I want to play, what I want to have fun with. And I think the greatest country singer out there is Reba McEntire. I don't think it's close. I think her voice is absolutely incredible. And I want to go with the one that I would love to sing to, but that's the most popular. I don't want to do that one. I'm going with a duet. I'm going with Does He Love You by Reba McEntire and Linda Davis. That song and those two vocals going together is one of the best songs ever. It is such a unique portrayal of the song by basically two people in love with the same man and having to do with the conversation. And if does he love you is the question, and they're going back and forth and they're basically trading vocals. And like, I can argue Linda Davis is like doing heavy lifting. Like she's killing it in this song against Reba McEntire's voice, which I think is the greatest country voice singer. I think her voice is absolutely incredible. So I had to get on the board. I do not care if it's not the overall number one. But yeah, that song has got to be on there for me.
I was not expecting you to go in this route, to be completely honest with you. I thought you were about to pick another Reba song.
I may later if it's still there.
If it's still there, who knows? I think this is a really good choice. I think it's a little high for your the first pick, but knowing you, it makes a lot of sense.
I need to refresh myself on this song. I'm sure I've heard it at some point. I do have Reba on my list, so that's all I'll say about that for now.
Have not heard the song. Threw on a quick little 30-second clip to kind of get myself familiar with at least what's going on. It sounds up Cody's alley. It has that typical like 90s country piano ballady sort of deal. All right. Number 1, 2, I guess is good, but it's establishing a tone.
Live your truth, Cody.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
So I'm going third. I'm happy that this one is still available. I'm gonna go with one of the other songs I consider like one of the greatest country songs in general ever made, and that's going to be "Crazy" by Patsy Cline. I
Also
love,
not drafted in Barstool.
which once again, absolutely insane. I don't think any Patsy Cline was
No.
drafted.
I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Well, that reason. Well, yes, that's why. Yeah, no, I just love Patsy's delivery on this. There's like that smoky edge to her voice that is just like absolutely fantastic. That piano line that just kind of like twinkles throughout is just, it really sets an amazing scene. Yeah, I think that this is one of the greatest country songs in general. So anyone else?
Yeah, another chalk pick, but I completely agree. It's a fantastic song. Just the way that she sings the word "crazy" is like, that's country music right there. And there's a couple of Patsy Cline songs that honestly could have gone first round, and this is one of them. So very good pick.
All right.
Awesome. Respect to Patsy.
Where is the buzzing?
I don't know. There's a lot of buzz, but it's fine. Respect to Patsy Cline and Crazy. I like Crazy. I think it's a good song. It just, I don't know how many more listens I need. I know that sounds crazy. I think it just stands that I think it's fine. I think her voice sells it more than like enjoying it. Like, I don't know if I'd ever just pop it on, just cruising and just listening to it around the house even. I like showing it to like my kids and stuff and like this song, but like overall, I love what's happening right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. I love what's happening. I knew the two bozos at the top, like that run this channel, would draft this stuff and be like, I want guys, listen. The Rolling Stones had this blah blah blah. It was up here. Like, who cares? But I love what we're doing now. Scott, let's show them what a real pick is.
Well, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, I like that we're going classic for the most part to start with, and we're trying to sort of amend some of the sins of the Barstool draft. So I'm going to continue with that trend because one of the other like all-time legends of country music was not drafted at all in the draft, and that is Loretta Lynn. And so I'm going to take "You're Looking at Country" by Loretta Lynn in the first round. I know, again, maybe not the first song that you would think of when you think of her, but it is, again, we're in the first round. We're starting like the basics, like country music whittled down to its essentials. And that is this song, right? Like, it's as simple as that hook right there. You're looking at me, you're looking at country. You know, we're running through the fields with no shoes on. We're eating country ham, which, by the way, if you've never had country ham, you'll never want to go back to eating city ham after that. But Loretta Lynn knows, and I know, and I'm sure Cody knows, and hopefully everyone knows. But anyway, this song is like, it's simple. It's like the lyrics are very straightforward. There's not much to it, but you can listen to this song and you know that the person singing this understands and, you know, feels everything that they are talking about. And it's like, yep, I believe you. Like, you are country music. And so it was my number one pick because, yeah, there's a video. They did it at the CMA Awards like a few years ago. That was like a tribute to female artists. And I believe that this was the first song that was performed in that whole tribute performance. So that kind of tells you something right there.
Bold decision. I like it. I'm saying that there's another Loretta Lynn song that probably would have garnered more votes.
What could that song be?
I have no idea.
You know, votes, sure. If people listen to the song, they'll know.
I don't think I've ever had a real country ham.
Oh, okay. So no. I'm confused because like maybe just for clarification purposes, is a country ham just like a bone-in ham and a city ham just like a boneless one?
No, a country ham is a more like salt cured ham, and it has a very salty taste to it, and
Okay.
it's thinner. It's like
Yeah.
paper thin almost.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Then you're
Ham
totally
steak,
right.
some people
City
call it.
ham. City ham sounds gross.
Yeah, when you say
Um,
it like that,
It pretty much is.
accurately.
But I respect the pick. It's a great pick, especially if we're representing the women of country music.
Okay.
See, I tried to create my list as I wanted to include all eras, basically. And I think Loretta Lynn is like, I know Patsy's great. Shame, gone too soon. I know Dolly, great. But like Loretta Lynn is the one that I gravitate to. And the one song, yes, I expected to be picked. This is the one I didn't expect to be picked, and that's the correct choice, in my opinion. I think this song is the correct choice because I think the other one is good and it sets her up perfectly. It's just who she is. But like this song is like when you hear her voice and hit those lines, it just is, it sings. So great choice.
You're
Oh,
you're
sorry.
saying the other song, and I'm thinking there's like 3 other songs that it could be. So I'm interested to see what.
I think
gets
it's the
drafted
main
later.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
The main
Well,
one.
Bar will pick it being a poser.
Loretta Lynn has easily been like my biggest blind spot. I haven't taken that chance to give the deep dive, and I think that's just because like especially when we were doing the list, Coal Miner's Daughter was on there, and I just heard people talk about it, and I don't love Coal Miner's Daughter, but this
We
little
tipping
snippet.
picks? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh no, everyone knows.
Oh, no.
Miner's
Oh,
Daughter
no.
is a song by Loretta Lynn.
The
Now
little
Bar won't pick it.
the little snippet I heard though, I do like. So I am going to listen to it full on, or when we do the whole playlist, which listen to at the end of the show. Yeah.
All right, Scott. Your next pick.
All right, I'm going more contemporary. I am going to take a song that was drafted in the Barstool draft, but a song that fell way too late in the draft, and there's no explanation or no reason why it should have fallen this low because it is iconic, and it is Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson. Is my second round pick. This
That's
song,
the Tennessee Vols coming out.
it is iconic. Like it somehow takes all of some of the tropes that you hear in like bro country music that are so just, repulsive, honestly. And when Gretchen Wilson is belting them out, it just takes on a whole new vibe and a whole new truth to it somehow. And it doesn't matter whether, what your gender is. When this song comes on, you're going to be singing along. Honestly, if you can't sing along to every word of this song, you probably shouldn't be on a country music draft. I'm going to just be bold and say that. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it is that classic sort of country karaoke song. It plays at the ball game. They show everyone on the screen singing along, like, sure, Tennessee game, whatever. But it's just... It deals in stereotypes to some extent, but like when you're listening to it, it's so much fun that like you just don't even care. You're like, yeah, I know all the words to every Charlie Daniels song. You want to just sing all of those lines because it's still a cleverly written song.
I'm blown away. For one, I thought this was going to be the one that's escaped. I thought for sure Scott wasn't going to pick him overall. Because I think it falls into that weird like middle 2000s tropes country, like where it's more goofy. But you're 100% right. I think the one worst part about the song is it kind of pigeonholed Gretchen Wilson into the role like she was supposed to play in Deaths of Music because she has a really good voice, but she was supposed to be like the party like redneck chick instead of just letting her voice sing. But I don't disagree. Like when this song came on, like I even remember being young, rolling my eyes when it comes on, and then like a baby on my hip because and you're just all singing in the back seat with it. So like it plays really well. I'm shocked. It just definitely deserves to be picked. So good choice.
This was on my board. I think just like with the line of work that I'm in, I hear this with a lot of like just drunk people out there, and just hearing them like do the call and answer of the hell yeah, but then also like when she hits that like hit me baby with the big hell yeah, like so that just shows how much range she has, and like the fiddle sounds really nice in it. Round two, I think this could have been done later, but you do you.
I mean, I also think that I probably would have picked this up in like the 4th or the 5th round.
It was coming off the board in the 3rd round, Scott. So you did a good choice.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, no, Scott. No, so like, I can't disrespect the pick because. No, I'm saying that I can't disrespect the pick because like you picked it at the right spot before Cody could get to it. So I really like this song a lot. It's not one of my favorites personally, but like it is one where I 100% understand because that hook is so infectious. So yeah, all right, good pick. So I'm gonna go next.
Oh, come on. Saquon week 2. Come on. Drop the ball. Drop the ball.
Here's the thing. I know what I want to pick, but I'm wondering if I can get this in the 3rd round. So in order, you know what? I'm gonna pick something that I think some people, especially one person, is gonna roll their eyes at. But in terms of
Just
like greatest songs ever, I'm picking "Ode to Billy Joe" by Bobby Gentry. I think the storytelling in the song is just absolutely incredible. That ending where you still never find out what happened on that bridge, just that little touch was so great. The guitar in it sounds amazing, and Bobby Gentry is just one of those underappreciated women in country music nowadays, at least. So yeah, that's going to be my 2nd pick.
I mean, I like that we're getting storytelling songs out there because it is such a hallmark of country music, and it's going to come up a lot more. But this would not have been my first one off the board.
God, I love that Bar is on this panel right now. Like, I don't know the listening audience for this show, but if they're 65, man, Bar is cooking. If they're not, I am fine. Like, what are we doing? It's fine. It's fine. What can I say? It's a good song.
Yeah, I like Bar. I understand how much you love this song. This was not on my draft board. This just kind of fits into the trope of like incredible storytelling, but like production wise, I'm just kind of on it.
I'm a little surprised that you saying the production wise, especially with that one droning fiddle that goes throughout.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, whatever.
Oh my gosh. If this was a live NFL draft, I am taking my card and running to the podium, picking the shit out of Bar out of the way and be like, thank you. Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. Thank you so much for just leaving that alone to me. Now, there's a few Shanias, and I think you're fine. This is the one I enjoy the most. I think she is, her vocals are great. I think the arrangement is fantastic. Look at me, Brooklyn. I'm doing better.
Learning.
Her comedic delivery in this song is also great. Like, even when I'm ugly, you still better love me. Just great beats. It's so much fun to sing as a group. So Any Man of Mine, just easy. I had to have Shania on my board at some point, and I wasn't going to do Barstool and just like upload 7 of them at the beginning. Yeah. So if you give me Reba and Shania at the top 2, I'm sitting good.
This would have been my Shania pick. I probably would have
your last pick.
No, I disagree still. I think that this probably would have been picked up by me in the 3rd or the 4th round. But yeah, no, good poll.
Yeah, because the first song invented by a country music singer was going to be your next pick. Like, what are we doing?
There's 2 Shania ones that I would have considered drafting, and this was one of them. And I think that, you mentioned they spammed her in the Barstool draft. I think that round to pick 3 is like that's a valid place for the first one of her songs to come off the board.
Yeah.
And I knew Brooklyn was next.
Now the Canadian,
so I
yeah.
had to take that.
No, like absolutely. This is one of like the handful of songs that you can definitely pick. One of the people that play at work plays this every time, and just the energy that it gets is great. I remember when we were talking about the Shania album on Turntable, Andrew was referencing like the kind of the arena rock-esque sound, and I think in this song in particular kind of encapsulates it, especially when you get into that pre-chorus and then just the build up of it, and then especially like the key change when they're doing that kind of like the layering of the vocals, I think is really cool. Because I think for great country songs, they usually have that key change at the end, but it's how you transition to it is kind of what makes and breaks the great from the good. So yeah, great choice. I think this is like probably the best pick of the round.
All right, Canada boy, you are next. So what is the last pick of this second round?
So I'm really torn because these two picks, I'm going to go modern and I'm probably going to go 90s. I'll do my 90s one. I've grown on this song a lot in the last couple of years, and I think I don't know what the reception it gets down in the States, but for me, I think this is an incredibly underrated song. I'm going to go Heads Carolina, Tails California. Yeah, I didn't really fall in love with the song until later. I love the energy that this song has, and especially like when she gets to the line of like, I got people in Boston, ain't your daddy still in Des Moines, and then like when you get to the chorus and she's got like I'm somewhere together, I've got a quarter, Heads Carolina, Tails California, and then just I think it's a nice lively sort of tune.
This was on my board. I wanted this one. I thought I could get this one later, to be honest with you. This is a great song. I have one other Jody Messina song on my board, but this is the one that I wanted between the two.
It's a solid pick for sure. It's it's a good old traveling song. Jody Messina is one that always comes up on these lists, but outside of this song, I've never really gotten into her music that much. But I think this deserved to be picked. I think it got picked round 1 in the Barstool draft. That's probably a little bit high, but I think this is probably closer to a valid placement for it.
Jody Messina was a titan in the 90s, just early 2000s. Like, she has a lot of songs that I would consider on my list overall. I think she has some of the most fun songs. Mm-hmm. This song is Friends in Low Places of her songs for me. Like, it's played a lot. It's even like played in a modern country song now, which is
the Cole Swindell version.
Yeah, so it's kind of burned. But when you say what has it done in the States, if you sing anything about the United States, any moments, we like to sing along to it. We are patriotic, rah. So yeah, we're still rocking this one.
All right. Well, Brooklyn, you do get to pick again. What's the 3.1?
Well, no, I'm gonna be disciplined because I want to do like a big because there's one modern song that I want to pick later that I think is going to get a lot of slack because it's not the one from that particular artist. So I'm going to try and get ahead of the curve before this artist definitely gets picked. I'm going to go Taylor Swift. I just don't know what I want to do.
Sorry, you're not on the clock or anything.
No, I'm not on the clock. No, it's all right. I'm gonna go Love Story. I'm gonna go Love Story because of the energy that it gets from the crowd. One of the most catchy choruses ever. The banjo is a nice, soft sort of introduction. I think there's like 3 songs in this spot that you could probably take from Taylor's that kind of fit in this realm. Especially and like I know Scott's a big fan of Bridges, as am I. You get that like I got tired of Wade and wondering if you were ever going to coming around, and I think that's just a break from like the energy that they had built up, just so they can get again right back into that key change. And that last chorus especially just hits so hard.
Y'all go first.
Not the
Well,
pick from country era Taylor that I would have made, but I would
Yeah,
have also made
there's a few here from this era.
I arguably would have made a more pretentious choice, which I'm not going to tip. But it's really good. I mean, it's got that pop hook that does like completely grab your ear and make the listener want to sing along to it. I will also say it's not the song from Fearless that I would have picked as well, but it is a solid choice.
So I made myself a rule that I wasn't going to pick any Taylor. One, because where you consider like her country ending and beginning. I know there's a clear line by if you listen to it, but I think there could be arguments for some later. But I didn't want to tackle that horse. This is the literal song that made me consider her somewhat overrated and overhate. I didn't like it growing up. It kind of was too like bubblegum, like
Tweeny.
lovey. It was gross. It was just, and I was not the age. I'm like, stupid. Stop singing. But then when you hear some other songs from her choices, if you're gonna pick some other songs, there's some great songs. But I think what you gotta run the risk when picking Taylor Country is popularity enough to be recognizable versus like you're running that gamut. So I get where you're going. Like you play this at a bar or a wedding or anything like that, the whole crowd's jumping and having fun with it. I get that view. So that makes sense. But like I think there's other songs that I would consider over Taylor's
absolutely.
Country for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't have any problem with it being considered a country song. I mean, I like the song, of course, but I think that my problem has always been, I think the Romeo and Juliet trope is just kind of. We know that Taylor Swift is capable of so much deeper, lyrics, and I know she's trying to write a pop song here, whatever. She, is trying to be relatable, and she succeeds in writing a good pop song, but like. For me, yeah, if I even in this draft when we narrow it down to her country songs, like there's other songs that just hit me harder because the writing is just more specific.
All right. So we're going to go to Cody for his third overall pick.
So this is really hard because I have a list and everything's still basically available because Goomba 1 and Goomba 2 are here. So it's a tough choice for me. Because like either I just go for like heavy hitters or still just go down my path. Okay. I'm gonna go first mention of this group while on it. They were once Dixie, they dropped it to just the Chicks. I think there's a lot of choices you can go with. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to leave some available for the rest, so don't worry. I don't think I'm taking yours, but I'm taking Travelin' Soldier.
Yeah,
I think is the best one from this one. For me, again, if you know my kind of music, it's perfectly in line with my kind of music. I think there are funner songs definitely out there, but when I listen to female country singers, sometimes I don't want to be happy too much. So Travelin' Soldier is an absolute fantastic. We were so dumb. I just want to make this on the record. We were so dumb in the early 2000s for criticizing. Now we're on the same page with them most of the time. If you talk to anybody in the general public, like, yeah, they had every right. We were a little effed up back then. So Toby Keith led a charge and basically shunned these women from country music, which are absolutely incredible artists. They are fantastic vocals. Like there's a song by a very popular band, Fleetwood Mac, that I would consider taking because they do that song justice as well. So like there are so many songs that they do that are so good. So yeah, Travelin' Soldier.
I'm going to get so much hate. Not one of my favorite songs by this group.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Based on your first picks, I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that assumption.
There are at least 3 other songs by this group that are on my board, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's an excellent pick. I can't really argue with this one. it's definitely up there top for the Chicks, and I am certainly a fan of them. It has all of those Americana elements. You brought up like Toby Keith, but like, you know, it has the Americana elements to it, but it has like the truth, the reality in it, and not the, you know, we're waving the flag to hell with
food in your
Iran and
ass.
Iraq, you know. So I will always, you know, prefer it to that other type of country music.
Yeah, I think one thing that the Chicks just nail every time, regardless of what song they do, is their harmonies. This was on my board. I think if like Heads Carolina was gone and like one of the more modern artists had picked, like if I was like in Scott's spot or Andrew's, I think I would definitely would have got there at some point. But yeah, no, this is one. I think there's like 2 songs from them that are kind of in this spot.
Oh, any taken would be fine. I just had to go with what my personal choice is. I agree that by popular view, there are 2 better songs than there's this.
Interesting. All right, so we're gonna go to me next, and I am deciding between 3 songs between like the 90s and the early 2000s. I know, Cody.
He hopped in the time machine and he's seen people. He's seen the future.
Man. I'm gonna go with Independence Day by Martina McBride. Okay, Canada boy. You still think
have anything to do with
it doesn't have anything to do with patriotic. It's zero patriotic. It's zero about 4th of July.
Not a relationship.
It's about a child becoming kind of an orphan, to be completely honest with you. Like the storytelling is like I was only 8 years old that summer. Like it just immediately sets the picture for you. And as the story goes further, you're like, oh, holy shit. Like it's about like an abusive like relationship and the mom basically burning the house down and her and the husband, the abusive husband, kind of dying and leaving this girl an orphan on Independence Day. Well, yes, you know what it is. Yes, leaving this girl, 8-year-old girl, an orphan on Independence Day. But everyone, especially those up north, apparently thinks, ooh, rah, 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 America. But like the deeper context of this song is like so emotional and hard hitting that it's a fantastic song.
Listen, that's the weird thing when Brooklyn said in the chat, like, wow. I'm like, guys, it's not about shooting fireworks. It's like he was only 8 years old that summer and always get in the way. She tried to pretend he wasn't drinking again, but Daddy left the proof on her cheek. It's basically breaking out of the
very American song.
Yeah, but it's like breaking the chains, getting out of the abusive relationship. Let freedom ring. Let the white dove sing. Let the whole world know that
today is a day of reckoning.
It's just like it's like empowering on that side of it, and I get when it's just titled to like where if you just heard the chorus, be like, yeah, eat your hot dogs and shoot off your 4th of July fireworks.
Born in the USA, rocking in the free world.
No, this woman just said, "Fuck this man! I'm burning down his fucking house. I'm leaving and letting the daughter be free." Like, it's kind of crazy. It's a good song.
Because I'm on the younger side, didn't grow up in the 90s with this song, my like memory of it is Carrie Underwood on American Idol singing this song multiple times when I was a child. And for like years, I probably just thought of this as being a Carrie Underwood song because they had an American Idol album from that season, and like the song that she had on it was her singing the song. So I just like knew that version of it. I mean, of course I knew it was another song, but I was like, this is a Carrie. But it's a great song. Like
Carrie Underwood doing the cover is fine. You're totally justifiable.
Yeah.
Okay, Canada boy, tell us.
No. Sure. Like I understand that there's a layer to kind of get through to understand the context of the song.
I get you just beat, but get the fuck over it.
Yeah, it was probably her fault anyway.
I oh no.
This
Okay.
is our one show. Cancel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me it's just like when I think of the song, I hear that like Let Freedom Ring and I don't think about the rest of it. So yes, the next time I listen to it, I will try to figure out like the nuances of the story. It's just
It reminds him too much of Bruce Springsteen. We get it.
not even
Not
Bruce, not even
to-
Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
Not to
Having
hype
Soldier is
another.
like a Bruce Springsteen song.
Yeah, not to hype another show that we do. The funny thing is, every song we've done tonight is in lockstep, and I'd be like, I get that, I get that, I get that most of the time. I think if we did the males draft, it would be complete polar opposite. I really do believe
I
that
don't
we
think
would
I
be
could
on
pick
so,
6 songs for a minute.
I think we'd be on so far different islands that we would
Yeah.
this would be a wild draft.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that one eventually.
Stay
It's not
tuned.
a show.
Coming soon.
Scott, 3.4.
All right. I'm gonna pick. We're gonna update things a little bit to the contemporary age here.
Thank God. Oh, good.
You know what? Cody's not gonna be happy, but I got to get
Here
it
it
off. Merry-Go-Round, Casey Musgraves.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's a masterpiece of a song. I'm sorry, but it is. Again, you talk about like simple, straightforward writing, but there's so much in those lines, like "Mama's hooked on Mary Kay, Daddy's hooked on Mary Jane, Brother's hooked on Mary Two Doors Down." I mean, that is brilliant songwriting to me. And like, there's so much sadness in every single individual line. I really think it's like one of the most, just kind of takes your breath away with how sad it is, but also with how beautiful it is at the same time. And I think that's what country music does at its absolute best. And this is like Casey's first album. So this is when she was full on writing, country songs, and no argument about that. I just think it's one of my favorite songs of all time. And, I just think the imagery is out of this world in this song.
I will never forget the first day I heard this song because my mom showed it to me and she was like, "You need to listen to this song. This song is hilarious." And I'm listening to the lyrics. Yeah, and because she thought like the joke of Mary Kay and Mary J, and she thought like and I was listening to it going, this song's depressing as hell. What is happening here? But I did immediately fall in love with that after this. I think the third round's a little high, but I do understand why. It's like such a popular song and such a great song that I understand getting it now before you lose it later.
Yeah, I totally understand why you went now. This was on my board. I think that this is her best song. There are a couple lines in particular, like the opening especially. "You ain't got two kids by 21, you're probably going to die alone." At least that's what tradition told you. But I also love the line of "Same checks were always cashing to buy a little more distraction." And I think it was whenever we did it for the show, I really just was like, oh, this is an incredible song that I think has like a spot in that, like, because when did this album come out? Like
2013 or something like that.
2013. Yeah. So if we ever did like a 2010s country songs, I think this is in the top 5.
Yeah. No, but that's fair. I'm glad you all like it. I hope you have fun listening to it, or sad listening to it. It just doesn't hit for me.
Right.
He doesn't hit for me. I should better say. That's just.
You do get to pick again, Scott. What are you going to pick?
All right.
So nervous.
Let's go with the group. Has not been chosen thus far. Lady A, American Honey is my pick. Love this song. It's kind of like Tom Petty's American Girl from like a female perspective almost. I love the nostalgia of it. When that chorus comes in, it just like, again, if you're from the South, if you grew up in the South, you live these moments, it just like, it gets your heartstrings right away. Even when you're not even listening to the lyrics, it's just like the sound of it. Something about the sound of it, they just capture that perfectly. Nostalgic sound, and it's another one you want to sing along to. And then literally Andrea Arnold made a movie called American Honey where all the characters sing along to the song at the end of the movie on the bus. So I think it just has that perfect nostalgic vibe to it. Honestly, no other Lady A song really comes close to this one for me. So they may have another song picked, but I'm happy that I was able to get this one because I think it deserves to be drafted.
Yeah, so I am not from the South. I'm from Missouri, which you could confuse them with the South because everybody
Yeah,
believes that
it's
we are
arguable.
from the South. So I don't love the song, but I like Lady A and how they put songs together. They're very catchy. They're very, and the imagery that they create is very good. It just it's never ever crossed the line for me for Lady A. Like maybe I don't know how to even describe it, but it's like never been like my go-to. But when it's on, I don't skip it. So it's like it's this weird thing that I have. I don't seek them out, but when they're playing, and this song was played a lot on radio, like when it came out. Like this was a hit. So, I would be like, it's similar to like Redneck Woman and the Simons. You hear it and you're like, whatever, and then you're at the middle and you're singing it out. So like, it has that thing. So to get Lady A in the start of the fourth round, or what is it?
Start of the fourth.
Yeah.
Start of the fourth.
I think it's a very strong pick.
Yeah.
I was just so nervous you're about to pick a song that I was ready to pick.
So surprisingly, up here, the only major festival that we have every year is a country festival. Whenever I was in high school, I volunteered for a couple of them, and the first one that I did, Lady A rather, was the headliner. Like, so I got to see them for free. It piss poured rain the entire time, and it was great. I have not heard this song. I gave it a little snippet. I like it. It actually reminds me of another Chicks song, but I don't want to tip which one it is. But yeah, I think it's all right for a first time listen.
Question: when did they drop it just to Lady A?
Pre-COVID,
and why?
2018, 2019?
Because of a lawsuit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was like another artist using a very similar name or something like that. So
I never knew it. I just remember one day looking down, it was Lady A. I was like, it's cleaner.
Yep.
Maybe
it is
Annabelle.
I think that you picked the right song in terms of the rules that we set when it comes to this group.
Yeah.
But
I like it more than the other one. I like it more than Need You Now. I do.
Ooh, that's bold because I think Need You Now is kind of incredible.
I agree with Scott.
Thank you.
Sorry, that should be already known. Goomba 2 was speaking, so sorry. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's just move on. We're going to move on to my pick. I'm not getting into this Goomba speak. That is offensive to
You're
Italian.
already speaking.
Cody, I'm not picking a group. So you don't have to cross your fingers. I am going to pick. Oh man, because I'm going to pick between two of the three I was picking from earlier, and I'm going to pick. God, which one is better though?
You know you're going to pick the wrong one because you always.
I know I'm going to pick the wrong one because that's how it works with me.
Fair.
I'm going to pick. She's in Love with the Boy by Trisha Yearwood.
Oh, okay.
God damn it. God damn it. I think that this song is just catchy as hell. I love the little flip at the end where she's basically like, it's now the mother's point of view of like how the father was from back then. And It wasn't originally on my board. I gave it a re-listen recently, and it grew on me a whole lot. So yeah, that's my pick.
Mix Brooks is always welcome here. She's got Grace Chaston, her husband, and she's a fantastic vocalist. There's another one you could have picked from her. Depends on where you wanted to head down. If you wanted to head down happy, you head down this one. If you wanted to head down south, sad, you pick the other one. But I think she's one of the most underrated artists of the 90s. I think her voice is absolutely incredible, and I think this song is so fun and playful. But it's always like when it switches on the dad and be like, "Yeah, idiot, you were that guy. My parents hated you. My parents hated you." And but there was nothing they could tell me to make me stop loving you. So stop doing it to them. Do not repeat the cycle. So it's a pretty fun song. I think it's a lot of fun. So good choice.
I was expecting this song to get drafted. It was not on my list. I think in terms of like the fundamentals of that era of country, I think it does what it needs to do. It's a like don't love song for me.
Yeah, another one. I'm not surprised that it got drafted. I do think the perspective change kind of like makes the song, which again, another sort of classic country music technique there, doing something like that in the lyrics. But because before that, it's a little tropey. But I actually think I might like it more than Love Story of a similar song that got drafted. In this draft, the Taylor song.
All right. Well, Cody, you get to pick your the group. So what are you picking?
Group's weird. Definitely one vocalist on this, no question about it. I don't know how they break up singing, but I'm going Sugarland.
Ooh.
I
didn't even think of Sugarland.
I'm going Stay by Sugar.
Oh, I'm
Jennifer
so mad.
Meadows' vocal performance on Stay is absolutely incredible. And the twist, the switch at the end, why don't you stay? I'm up off my knees. I can't take, similar to my very first song, basically only one side of this coin of her, why don't you stay here? What do I not give you? Like, don't I give you what you need? When she begs you not to go, there's one thing you should know. Why don't you stay? Absolutely incredible. I have been driving down the highway, belting this song. God, thank nobody else in the car. Tears streaming down my face, having just a blast. I think Jennifer Nettles of this thing. She gets put into a bad camp with those stupid all I want to do that bullshit. Too much. When she sings, one of the greatest vocalists out there. She is incredible. So I had to get it on the board.
God damn it. I'm so fucking mad because I adore this song so much. And I am going to be kicking myself for the next few days, honestly, about forgetting this one. Because I probably would have picked this one over. Actually, I probably would have picked this over my last two picks in general.
Yeah, I never even thought of this song, and it's such a great fucking pick. Because as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah. Because honestly, when you mentioned Sugarland, I thought, oh, he's going Stuck Like Glue, the most popular one, and then he mentioned that, and I was like, nope, yeah, no, this is an incredible pick. This is a steal.
You went to Stuck Like Glue first instead of something like Love Your Baby Girl?
I would have
of the Sugarland songs that get played at work, Stuck Like Glue is the one that gets played.
Yeah, it's the most famous one. I've never gotten into Sugarland that much, so I need to re-listen to the song, but I trust Cody's perspective.
Yeah. All right, Brooklyn. Well, your turn.
Okay.
First of two.
I have one clarifying question first. We don't have to pick a group, right?
No, you don't have to.
No. Okay. So I have 3 picks left. I'm basically erasing my draft board because I don't care what. I guarantee that these next 3 songs, I don't think any of you will have, but I really like them and I want to talk about them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a bit of a curveball for this one. I'm gonna go Leanne Womack, but I'm not gonna go the big Leanne Womack song. For any of the Elton John fans, They did an album called Restoration, which was an album of all of his covers, and she does an incredible cover of Honky Cast. Just that moment of like, when I look back, boy, it must have been green, bobbing in the country, fishing in the streams. It just has that like New Orleans, like Bayou sort of sound with like with the slide guitar, and especially when you get into the chorus, her delivery in it and whatnot. If you haven't listened to it, like I really recommend it. I think it just shows how Elton in particular was really a country artist at heart. And I think she just kind of took the essence of what that song could be and really just drove it up to 10. Also, I think maybe one of the only times that we get an accordion in this draft. So I think it's probably the only cover that I'm going to do, but yeah.
The thing about country music is, though, all the songs you love are actually covers, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Because some old guy wrote them, but you probably already drafted one.
Holy Brooklyn. Didn't know this existed, but I'm so glad I do now.
I determined a while ago, if you're ever on Turntable again, we're reviewing this album. Dude,
the twang and the like slowed down version of it just works so well. I just listened to 30 seconds of it, and I skipped around to parts that I know the song, like wanted to hear the song. Hey, I love going out of the box. This is a perfect out of the box thing. Like I never knew it existed. Great choice.
I've never heard it, but obviously I want to now, and I love the original song, and I can see how it would lend itself to like a more countrified cover. Yeah. So I want to hear that.
I'm not digging this.
Oh, of course you wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
Go listen to Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just not working for me.
Roger Daltrey's cover of Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Leanne Womack's cover of Honky Cast.
We're not
other one being good too.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just sounds like a mess to me for some reason. So everyone else seems to like it, so I'm not.
Well,
I'm on the island.
I got 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think a pretty cool cast.
I mean,
that's Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Great choice. I would like to
Meatloaf draft next.
All right. So my next pick, I'm gonna go super old. If you for the long time listeners, if you remember, we did. I think it was right before the final episode of Like 500 Stones. We did like an episode of songs that we forgot about or we would have added on as like the show progressed. And this is one of them. It's the Tennessee Waltz by Patti Page. So I had been introduced to this song from somebody at work who had just played it a lot. At first I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But this is kind of in line of like the crazy Patsy Cline thing, where it kind of starts off of like, oh, you think it's a love song, but then you get to the line of like, I introduced her to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. And it just has this heartbreak. And I love the low harmonies in this and like this version in particular. And it's just so like, it's so soft, but yet a tragic story.
You've sent this one to me before. Yes. I really liked it. It is very much that old school 50s, kind of like very somber country that I do really like a lot. So yeah, I kind of figured that one of her songs was going to pop up on your list somewhere. So yeah, good choice.
Obviously, I love the pick.
All right, Tennessee boy.
It's a Tennessee song. You know, the funny thing is I always forget this song has lyrics because at the end of every Tennessee football game, a home football game, if you stay around for like as the team has gone off the field and everything, like this is the last song that the band plays before the basically they shut it down for the end of the game. But of course it's not the lyrics, like it's just the marching band that's playing it. So I know the song very well, but yeah, no, it's a great pick, beautiful song.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice. I love just the instrumental before it starts playing, and then those vocals kick in. It wouldn't have been on my list overall, but like I like the last pick. It's similar to what I'm basically going to do on my last. How many picks I got left?
Two.
Just go. And I think you made the right choice.
All right. Well, Cody, you are next. So what is pick 5.2?
Yeah. So, again, I'm leaving some on the table. I know that for a fact. Like some definitely deserve to be picked. Well, you didn't show up to the draft. It's fine. Faith Hill. It Matters to Me is the song I would pick. I know there are other ones. I know there are more popular ones and one thing. But if you listen to It Matters to Me, it is an awesome song to sing. It is an awesome song. Her vocals are outstanding in it. I just don't, honestly, when I get to it, I don't love a lot of Faith Hill songs when it comes to it. I think if you grew up in the early 2000s, she was kind of the it country star. And they just kind of like shoveled her out in any way. She was kind of like they definitely treated her like the sex symbol of the country. So they always had to put her in a bed in a sheet and be like, oh, look at this music video she's doing, like Breathe and stuff. It's fine. There are great songs. I don't disagree. But I think this one's fun. I think it's 90s. I think it's early Faith Hill before she was basically commercialized, like made to be the it girl for me. So and it was a real close. I don't know if it was counted, but her song from How the Grinch Stole Christmas was really close. But I didn't want to make this a Christmas episode, so saved y'all.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with this one. From the Faith songs that I do know, Scott and I kind of talked about this beforehand. We both were like, she's not appearing on our boards.
Yeah.
However, literally, I'm going to listen to this later, but scrolling to a random spot in the song, I'm realizing that they rewrote this into Breathe, just made it a little bit more poppier, because there is that point where she goes, bum, 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 and I was like, that's Breathe. So, no, I think
I don't know if I got that from what you just did, but
yes, sure. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, no, I agree with VAR. I don't know this one, or I mean, maybe I do, but I would have to re-listen to it to be sure. 90s country, just like it's not my number one era. I know that's a little bit blasphemous, but the artists that I am more familiar with from the era, Shania Twain and the Chicks and Lucinda Williams, like some people that haven't even come up, in fact. But yeah, I'll check it out because again, I put some stock in Cody's stamp of approval.
Yeah. This sounds kind of familiar. I feel like this was probably like just on the radio, like growing up on the bus. Not the Faith Hill song that I had on my draft board. I like just even doing some research for this list. There are some songs that like went up on re-listen. But yeah, no, I think this is all right.
All right, we're going to me. Now I'm deciding if I pick that last song that I was picking of the three earlier, or if I go the route that Brooklyn's going and pick two songs that are just like close to me.
You didn't do that the whole show? It's weird.
We're never having
jokes never
We're
stop.
never having you back, Cody.
I'm the content director of this show, please.
This is fair. I'm going to go with screw it. I'm going to go with the third one of the three I was deciding between. I'm going to go with Suds in the Bucket. I just genuinely think that Sarah Evans just sounds absolutely incredible on this song. It's such a fun song. Basically, it's just like about the gossipy town being like, man, this guy must have been a good looker, cool shooting son of a gun for her to just run off with him and leave her parents behind. It's there's just like the twang in the guitar, the energy in this song is just so infectious that I remember when it came out and it being one of those songs where I'm just like, I want to listen to this one again and again.
Yeah. This was on my consideration. I definitely get that it is fun. Also, I think just in a vacuum, like just like listening to Sarah Evans immediately, I have a tough time pointing her out and be like, oh, this is a Sarah Evans song, because I think she sounds familiar. It sounds kind of like Faith Hill in a way, and kind of other people of that era. But yeah.
It's corny. I don't really care for it. And Bar, I'm surprised if you want the gossipy town song. Casey Musgraves again. She's right there. This Town, great song.
Nah, that's not one of my favorite Caseys, honestly.
I mean, that was not one of my favorites, but it's a good song.
Not the correct Sarah Evans song, if you're gonna pick one.
I know exactly what one you're talking about. That was also on my board.
This one's a little popular. This one's a little bit over thing. I think there's one that she's very vulnerable in and sings. It's pretty. Again, maybe I'm just I like my country depressing and sad. But
don't worry, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna take a depressing, sad song right now. I think.
Oh yes.
Which actually, I think I have a few. Can you pull up my list? Yeah, let's see. Okay, I have Redneck Woman in there, so I do have a little bit of fun. Okay, so I'm going to go back to another sort of classic artist, and another one who did not get mentioned in the Barstool draft, has not been mentioned tonight. I don't know why, because I consider her an icon up there with the Dollies and Loretta Lynn's and Patsy Cline's. Emmylou Harris. And I am picking her song Boulder to Birmingham, which is about her reconciling with the death of Graham Parsons, who was her mentor, of course, iconic folk musician. And when you add that context to him, it's a beautiful song already. When you add that context to it, the chorus is even more devastating. Again, the song's called Boulder to Birmingham. Basically, she's saying, I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham just to see your face one more time. Again, reckoning with the death of this person that meant so much to her. She has an amazing voice. Jessie Buckley did an amazing cover of this song, also in the movie Wild Rose. I don't even know which version I like better, but they're both gorgeous. So again, maybe this is one that people don't automatically know off the top of their head, but Emmylou Harris deserves to be mentioned absolutely in this draft. And so I took this one. It's my favorite song by her, but she has other great songs too.
Emmylou Harris is probably my biggest blind spot in this kind of like subcategory. So I'm going to have to do a deeper dive into her work.
Haven't heard of the song before. The snippet that I have heard, I really like. I like the trill in her voice, and I think that works well with this ballady sort of style. So yeah, good find.
I thought Cody was
yeah, great song. Great song. Sorry, Julio Duran is like one of the most like electric pitchers in the history of the world. You should be happy to have him on. Yeah, you should have lucky to have him on your team.
We thank God every day.
Big Dick Dave. Anyways, yeah, really great song. Really great song. I'm surprised it went. I don't know. I haven't heard it a ton in my lifetime, but I've heard it more than a couple because of my grandma played it. So yeah, good song. It wasn't on my draft board, but definitely deserves a listen, especially if we're creating a playlist for people to listen to.
Yeah. Again, for playlist purposes, I hope people will listen to this one.
Ooh, we should make a playlist after that. Good call.
Oh, we absolutely are.
Yeah.
Please.
All right. So, Scott, what is your final pick of this draft?
On the playlist note, I'll just say we're going to get people in to country music through this playlist. I at least that should be the goal, because I think there's a lot of people anti probably in the community, but that's also because they're hearing, whatever's on the radio. I was trying to think of like a terrible artist, Florida Georgia Line or somebody like
Morgan
that.
Wallen.
Thomas Rhett.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen. Yeah, I don't know why I
Thomas
just
Rhett.
immediately say Morgan Wallen, but
Unless you want to throw chairs off the balconies, we don't need to do
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
Oh, it's really
Party.
funny actually that we're bringing up Morgan Wallen right now, considering what my last pick is about to be. But here we go. I'm going to pick a song from this decade. Some people say that this song is about Morgan Wallen. I try not to think about that when I listen to this song because I think it's a great song, and that I am not going to get out of here without picking a song about Tennessee, at least tangentially. So I am picking Megan Moroney's Tennessee Orange. Again, great song from the last 5 years. This song is about Megan Moroney being a Georgia fan, Georgia graduate, dating somebody that people have theorized is Morgan Wallen, and becoming a Tennessee fan because of the passion and fervor with which Morgan Wallen, and Cody's very mad right now, but or whoever this boyfriend of hers was. Obviously, love that idea. That's kind of what happened with my parents. In fact, my mom hated Tennessee before she married my dad, and now she wears orange with the rest of us. And so I just love the hook at the end of the chorus. In Georgia, they call it a sin, but I'm wearing Tennessee orange for him. And even though at the end of the song, she reasserts the fact that she is still a Georgia fan, I still really like the song. And the sentiment of sometimes when you are in love with someone, you will do things that you never thought you would do, right? Before you met this person, just because those are the feelings that you have.
I will go last.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard this song before, but now with the context of knowing what it's about, I think I like it. I think it's just kind of like reminding myself what the song is about. I want to hear this like on the drive home from work, like especially like when it's late at night, and just kind of like ponder about like everything that this song is about. This is cool.
See, I'm not as familiar with Megan Moroney's work. I've listened to I'm Not Pretty and Am I Okay? And I thought that they were good, but nothing that I kept wanting to come back to necessarily. So I do not know much about this song. From what I've heard, it sounds good.
I'm surprised it was very popular. So
song, great. Message, horseshit. If you want to take loyalty and have somebody a sports fan and they're able to flip colors like that, I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful to your parents because I will not say that about them. But let me tell you, in the modern generation, they're cheating. They're cheating on you if they're able to flip colors that way. If I ever went into a relationship and they were a Yankees fan, they're going to wear the Red Sox for me. Die in a very red. We do not join the same. We'll fight for the rest of our lives, but do not flip colors. That's loyalty. And if they're a sports fan first before dating you and they're able to flip, disgusting behavior.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's not, she doesn't flip, so to speak, again, because at the end of the song, she says, I still want the Dogs to win, right? I still want Georgia to win. I'm still going to be a Georgia fan. I'm still going to ride hard for Georgia. But it's like, my fiance is a huge Texas Rangers fan. I'm not a Texas Rangers fan, but I root for the Texas Rangers now because of my fiance. Not against the Guardians, but
hold on. I agree.
You're going to get spicy, folks.
Guardians and Texas Rangers couldn't be more opposed. Fine.
Yeah. It's different for Georgia and Texas.
You're talking SEC football, Tennessee versus Georgia. You wouldn't put on a Dogs jersey if you were dating a person to root for Georgia football or Alabama. You wouldn't do that.
I don't think that I would either. But
because you have
also Megan Moroney didn't think that she would before she met whoever this Tennessee fan was. That's kind of what the song
And let me tell you, she has a bad taste in men if that's what she's flipping her colors for. Disgusting behavior.
I just like to see people coming to the light side. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just amazed as a Canadian, like up here, like I always kind of chuckle at like how the fandom of hockey goes here, and then I looked down the States, and like college sports in particular is like it's like as soon as you're born, you get a sorting hat. It's like, all right, you like this one, and it's like fuck everybody else.
Pretty much.
I don't have a fandom in college football, but let me tell you this. Saturdays are the greatest. Like, I love the NFL, but let me tell you, Saturdays, wall to wall football for multiple games. Like, there's more games than you can actually watch.
Cody,
It's
you'll
great.
love this. Given my take on college football over the years, I'm gonna try to follow Clemson. Clemson is a school that I've picked. I'm just gonna
You've
try.
broken his heart.
Because you got
Do me
Dexter
a
Lawrence.
favor.
Every game.
No, just do me a favor, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Don't grab allegiances. As somebody that doesn't have a team, I do not actually have a college team. I love certain teams. I hate certain teams, but I don't have any favorites. Go in and on the first Saturday, just watch wall to wall. See how you feel after. I guarantee you'll love every bit of it.
And then there's people like me who grew up near St. Joseph University who will never have a team play for any kind of championship.
Hey, they had the basketball team that 1 year. But
That 1 year, yeah. All right, moving on to my pick. So I made sure that I'm gonna pick like a personal pick for my last one. And I had a few that I was deciding
So
between.
the rest weren't personal.
Let's just say some of them were more for the people. So there was a small group that I was deciding between, some that I've brought up before on this channel. However, the one that I'm going to pick, considering what the rest of my list looks like, I'm going to go, there's no genre that does sad music better than country music does.
Amen.
So the song I'm picking is a song called Since You've Gone to Heaven by Brandy Clark. This song is just an absolutely heart-wrenching piece where like it sounds like she's standing at her father's tombstone, just like telling him all the bad news, like mom really can't keep up the bills for the house. Your son is an alcoholic who keeps getting thrown into jail. The sawmill you worked at is basically getting shut down and all of your coworkers are moving away. And then the line that like comes in the last verse that hits me like a brick every time is, since you've gone to heaven, I've struggled with goodbye and broke a lot of promises I made the day you died. Wish I was more like you, less like myself. And I wish that I could talk to you because I could use your help. It's just, I'm getting emotional thinking about it because I just recently lost my grandparent. And yeah, every time I hear that line, I think the same thing. Plus, just like the simplicity with the instrumentation, but like the echo and like the spaciousness of it is just. And then at the end of the song, like you hear her talking to the producer saying, I can do another one. And you just realize that she just let that all out in like one moment. It's an absolutely heart-wrenching, twisting piece that just proves the emotional power that country music can have.
Yeah. So, Andrew, you had sent me a bunch of songs, like before to kind of like, all right, this is kind of like some potential like last round picks. Give them a listen to see what you think. I like it. It's not my favorite of the ones you had sent, but I totally understand. It's pretty, and I like everything that's going on. I think for me, it's just like it's trying to find like the right time to listen to it, because I think you need to be in that headspace to like really appreciate it. Because like if you're like kind of like in a happy-go-lucky mood and this song comes on, it's like it kind of brings you down to its level. Not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, with this type of song in general, I just got to be in the right headspace.
Get to this one in the playlist that Bar sent, but you know, all you have to do is listen to Andrew talk about it. Like, that's country music right there. You know, that's three chords and the truth, as they say. Not to be cliche, but you know, it can capture something at its best that no other genre of music can.
I thought I heard it. I started listening to it. Not doing that today. We'll just leave that alone. So sounds great. Yeah, not today, Satan. Won't play that. Won't play into that. So, yeah.
Please do listen to it though when you are in the right headspace. All right,
Yeah, I'll
so
just watch
Cody,
a sad movie and then play it after and just keep going.
it's your turn to make your last pick.
This is literally the hardest pick of the draft for me because I have everything still available on the board. Like there are so many songs. Brooklyn, you're going way off the wall, right?
Sure.
Or are you not? I don't want to put you on you.
I'll explain when I pick at the end. I don't think anybody has it, but I think it's going to be kind of an aha moment.
Okay. Like I could go. I'm going to talk my talk process out. I could go Fancy by Reba. Makes perfect sense right now. But I don't want to double. I think that song not being on this list, crazy. I could definitely do some Jody Messina. Makes perfect sense there. I could do another Chick song because hasn't been picked again. I think that's just crazy for that. There's a song by Dina Carter that hasn't been picked that I'm dying should be picked, but not there. But the song I'm going to pick a little off the wall because we're trying to get people into country music, and I think this is a mix between a modern singer singing a song that sounds like it. I think it was originally written for Patsy. Patsy didn't get to sing it because she tragically died before. It's Blue by Liam Rimes. If you listen to this song, it is her vocals, by the way, insane. Liam Rimes is one of the crazy vocals, but it sounds perfect for Patsy, but modernized. The best way I can describe it. It's not long. She runs. She has so much fun with it. It's a blast. Yeah. So that's definitely my choice. Because again, I could have went a lot of different directions, but I think that's the best one to end with for people to get into.
I kind of forgot this was a song, honestly, until you mentioned it.
Yeah. Once you hear it, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's another one that's it's very simple. It probably has I feel like it just kind of repeats the same lyrics over and over again. But when you get cut right to the heart of those emotions, in this case, it's feeling lonely, feeling blue, grieving. You don't need a whole lot of words. And yeah, I want to go listen. I need to go listen to this because I haven't heard this song in a long time, actually. But it's a really good one.
Yeah, I haven't heard the song in a long time either, so it kind of flew under my radar. That's a dope ass pick.
Fuck yeah, dope ass.
Yeah. No, that's a good.
I've never been referred to that as that, so appreciate it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it, and then I didn't get a chance to press play as you were mentioning it, so I will listen to it whenever we eventually do the playlist. But it's Leanne Rimes, so it has to be good.
You can absolutely hear Patsy Cline singing this too.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, Brooklyn, the last overall pick of this draft.
Mr.
So when I was strutting around the house this morning, thinking of songs to
strut around the house.
Well, I was more so chasing around my son because that's our fun.
Nature boy, just straight.
Yeah.
Flying. Woo!
As much as I want to repeat artists, the songs that I wanted to, because I wanted to. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That's right. No, I wanted to do Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves because that song's been an earworm for me for a while. There's other Shania songs I want to talk about, but the one that I want to talk about, Whatever You Do Don't, we did on Tour Table the first of this year. But the light bulb moment that I had kind of went outside the box because I don't necessarily think of this person as a country artist, but this song is absolutely country. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing don't mean nothing, hun, if it ain't free.
Oh my God, are you serious?
It's me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin. This is it's absolutely like one of the best country songs ever. From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. It has that country essence to it.
Are we doing Barstool rules? Because
Where you can veto it.
if
Yeah.
a veto
If you guys
is allowed,
if you
like
guys
to
want to veto it,
the shit
I
out
can pick something else. But like
I'm
as
not
I
gonna
thought about
do
it,
that on the last pick. We'll let the people decide.
if I lose because of this, whatever. But like the more that I thought about it, I was like, this is definitely a country song by a person that, like, other than like Lord Won't You Buy Me a Mercedes Benz, because I argue that has country roots in it.
This is like putting Kyle Schwarber in the All-Star home run. Like, this is a really strong last pick. I just didn't consider it overall. I don't think it like wins your draft because you have like some songs on there that people are going to be like,
Yeah, my list is pretty old.
But I mean, you're not. This may be Sunday, August 3rd, but you're not going to get me to say shit about negative about Janis Joplin. So you know what? Great. I'm not dumb. Like, let's be real.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the 1-2 pick of Jolene and me and Bobby McGee, I think, like, poll wise in our community, I think that may have won you like the popular vote.
Well, listen, you would think that, but I submitted me and Bobby McGee for Music League a while ago, and it did not get nearly as many votes as I think it should have.
What was the theme for that week?
Covers. And the reason what I was going to say is that, to me, I am on record as saying I think this is the greatest cover of all time. This rendition of the song, nothing touches it for me. Another one of my favorite songs of all time, and that's why when it comes up, I'm like, I should be the one who has this, but also does it count for country music? I think it's more of a folk or blues song. But the people can decide. It's as good as music gets, though.
All right. Well, that does it. So,
you want to say honorable mentions?
I was gonna go through all everyone's picks, and then I was gonna ask about that. So Brooklyn has Jolene by Dolly Parton, Heads Carolina Tales California by Jody Messina, Love Story by Taylor Swift, Honky Cat by Leanne Womack, Tennessee Waltz by Patti Page, and Me and Bobby McGee by Janis Joplin. Cody has Does He Love You by Reba McEntire and Linda Davis, Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain, Traveling Soldier by The Chicks, Stay by Sugarland, It Matters to Me by Faith Hill, and Blue by Leanne Rimes. I took Crazy by Patsy Cline in the first round. Then I took Ode to Billy Joe by Bobby Gentry, Independence Day by Martina McBride, She's in Love with the Boy by Trisha Yearwood, Suds in the Bucket by Sarah Evans, and Since You've Gone to Heaven by Brandy Clark. And then Scott ended the first round with You're Looking at Country by Loretta Lynn, then went on to pick Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson, Merry Go Round by Casey Musgraves, American Honey by Lady A, Boulder to Birmingham by Emmylou Harris, and Tennessee Orange by Megan Maroney. So does anybody have... So I'm going to ask everybody if they had any honorable mentions. And I'm going to also ask, because we're going to make a playlist for this, hopefully getting some more people into country music, give me 2 songs to add to the playlist overall.
Okay, I'll go first. Honorable mentions that I won't add to the playlist. The other Faith Hill song I wanted to do was The Way You Love Me. Angel from Montgomery was another one I considered.
It's a John Prine song, though. I can't do it.
I can't listen to it.
And then Alison Krauss's When You Say Nothing at All was another one. But the two... Yeah. But the 2 that I will add are the ones that I was alluding to earlier. Whatever You Do, Don't by Shania Twain. And then Slow Burn, Casey Musgraves. Slow Burn is an incredible, just like lo-fi country. I almost want to say, Scott.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Honorable mentions and 2 songs to add.
Okay.
So 2 songs to add. And number 1, I wanted to pick this song, just couldn't find room for it. Girl in a Country Song by Maddie and Tay.
I kind of figured that's the one you were...
genius song where they decide to write from the perspective of the stereotypical woman who is in every bro country song. And, you know, it has lyrics like, oh, I really wish I could put some shoes on. And, you know, just kind of getting at the casual sexism that is in bro country songs like the Florida Georgia Lines and Blake Shelton's and Lake Bryant's and stuff like that. Really genius song. So I would add that one to the playlist. You mentioned Angel from Montgomery. I would put Bonnie Raitt, Something to Talk About, in there also.
Yeah.
Another classic. I think that might have gotten picked in the Barstool draft. If not,
it was Angel from Montgomery, I think, actually.
Okay, yeah. Well, that one definitely deserves to be on there. That's another classic. Bonnie Raitt, great artist. Again, like a little bit on the line of country, but I think that song is absolutely a country song. Also had The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Reba
I also have that on mine.
I had, for Taylor Swift, two songs that I considered. Tim McGraw, I think, amazing song, her first single ever. And then more recent song, I Bet You Think About Me, featuring Chris Stapleton. You know, more recent, not when she's doing the twang anymore, but it's absolutely a country song if you go and listen to it. So that was the other one that I considered. And then let me see what else. I think I had a couple more. Yeah, Circles Around This Town, Maren Morris. Love that song.
Oh, man. Speaking of Maren Morris, her and Taylor Swift, their duet of You All Over Me
You All
is
Over
also
Me,
on my short list. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was it, because I considered some more like Americana artists, but I was like, I feel like that's not quite the spirit of what we're doing here with this draft. So I didn't pick like Waxahachie or Lucinda Williams or somebody like
that. Two songs to add. Why Not Me by the Judds. I absolutely love that song. I think it's a great duet between the mom and daughter. Definitely Wynona's voice is insane. So if you have never listened to Wynonna Judd, go listen to her. And then the second song that I would recommend to be on the overall list. Honestly, Landslide by the Chicks, I think, would get people a mixture in there. I think it's really good. I think they do justice to that song. Other honorable mentions, Don't Forget About Me by Carrie Underwood. I think it's one of her underrated that don't get listened to. If you're a parent or you're about to be, it's one of the saddest songs ever. It's like basically a girl moving out and basically a mom giving her advice before she leaves, like, don't forget to remember me, from her first album. Strawberry Wine from Dina Carter. Is There Life Out There by Reba. Whose Beds Are Your Boots Been Under by Shania. I think is a really fun song.
Yeah.
Walk Away Joe by Trisha Yearwood. We talked about that, but I think it is. We talked about Jody Messina, but I'm All Right, Bye Bye, and Lesson on Leaving. Great songs from the 90s that need to be. A Little Bit Stronger by Sarah Evans is the one I was talking to about, the one that is like her getting out of a bad relationship. 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. Didn't bring it up, but like that would have been my other one. But it's been overplayed. Wide Open Spaces by the Chicks, which is one that
if it had not been picked in the Barstool draft, I would have picked it because it's just an amazing song.
Terry Clark from the 90s, Better Things to Do. She has a crazy good raspy voice. If you've never listened to Terry Clark, give her a listen. And Tammy Wynette, Divorce, Divorce, is one of like a sad overall song, but it's how they spell it out to a kid, like that they don't know that it becomes final today. I listen to it way too much with my grandma. I will still sing it. Not the greatest song, but it's really fun with her voice. So
thank you for not saying Stand By Your Man, though.
Yeah. A top 500 song in Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. All right. Some other ones that I had on my board. Scott brought up The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. I also had Walking After Midnight by Patsy Cline. Maybe it was Memphis by Pam Tillis. Just like absolutely soaring vocals, incredible stuff there. The Chicks song that I had was Cowboy Take Me Away.
Good one too.
I had Follow Your Arrow and Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. Kerosene by Miranda Lambert. I really wanted to pick like that anger song, but I just didn't have space. Next Girl by Carly Pierce. Great kind of song. I'm pretty sure it's about Sam Hunt. And if you know my opinion on Sam Hunt, that increases it for me.
Greatest country thing ever.
Stone Hotel by Jamie Wyatt is another one that's just like great. Born to Fly is the Sarah Evans song that I was also considering. Little Goodbyes by She Daisy. Mama Die from a Broken Heart by Maddie and Tay. And I'll Think of a Reason Later by Leanne Womack. But the ones I'm going to add are Diane from Cam.
Yeah.
Great song, lots of energy, sung from the perspective of Jolene, which is just really interesting. And the other one the other Jody Messina song that I was deciding between was My Give a Damn's Busted. That one's just so fun. It's such a great kiss-off anthem. So I'm going to pick Diane, and solely because I think if you haven't heard a country song, or if you're just getting into country music, I'm going to put Fancy by Reba McEntire on there because it's one that you have to be introduced to. All right. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to be posting this playlist in the video store chat. And if I get any kind of approval, maybe the multiplex chat, but we'll talk about that one. Sweet.
Green light.
I
I'm on
had
it.
I had a lot of fun with this episode. I think we need to do this more often. What do y'all think?
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
Nail Country, I guess we're doing it now.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all there. Florida Georgia Line, #1 pick.
All right.
I'm out.
Thank y'all.
No.
Thank y'all for watching. And we'll see you soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to Cody. Thank you, as always, to my good friend, Brooklyn Vale.
Goomba 1 and Goomba 2.
Koopa 1, Koopa 2, thank you very much.
That's what we're going to be putting down here next time. So thank y'all for watching. I'm Andrew Barr. Keep on rocking.
Drive safely.